Welcome back. It's Sunday night, time for our Old Testament studies. Here we've made it to the 35th Psalm as we work our way through one Psalm a week so far. I don't know how long that'll hold out, but they've been short enough so far to do that, haven't they? Eventually we'll get into some long ones and probably have to divide them up over here. But Psalm 35, as most of them we've studied so far, I believe has been Psalms written by King David. And it looks like from Psalm 35 that he is probably referring to the time that Saul is persecuting him, and he's running away from Saul. And have you ever been falsely accused and falsely persecuted for something that you didn't do, and you know how it feels? Here's a psalm for you. And David is kind of praying right, I guess. He's like, Lord, I know that you say that vengeance belongs to you. And he didn't take that vengeance in his own hand. If you read the story of David and Saul, several times David could have killed him, left his spear beside him, stuff like that to let him know. But he wouldn't touch him because he's Israel's king, even though it was David was supposed to be king. But Saul's trying to kill David and chasing him out of the country and everywhere else. And this is probably when David writes this psalm that's in the form of I'd say it was a prayer that became a song. That became a psalm of our Bible. Starts out 35 verse 1. Plead my cause, O Lord, or I'm pleading my cause to you, or you contend for my cause, O Lord. With them that strive with me, fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler and stand up for my help. Lord, I'm depending on you to be my protection. You're my shield and my buckler. Draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul that I am thy salvation, or remind me, Lord, that I'm trusting in you. You're my salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be a shaft before the wind, just like a wind blowing away the shaft from the wheat. Let them be like that, dust in the wind. Let the angel of the Lord chase them. I'm kind of reading this and thinking of it as David saying, Lord, I'm putting this in your hands, which is the way we have to be sometimes, right? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And David's pleading that cause to God. Vengeance is yours, but I want to see you do it. Let their way be dark and slippery. Let the angel of the Lord persecute them. They're trying to persecute me. Lord, you persecute them. For without cause, that's the important part, for without cause they've hid for me their net in a pit. If you put a net over a pit, you're laying a trap for somebody. He said, without cause they've tried to trap me. And that is, without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they've digged for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares. Lord, I'm leaving it to you, but I'd like to see destruction come upon him when he ain't even expecting it. Let his net that is hid catch himself. Or we say it sometimes, they'll hang themselves with their own rope. Into that very destruction, let him fall. And David says, when he sees that, he says, and my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It will rejoice in his salvation. All my bones will say, Lord, who's like unto thee, which delivered the poor from him that's too strong for him? Yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him. Lord, I recognize my help comes from you. False witnesses did rise up. In other words, they're saying stuff that ain't true. They're slandering him. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They've charged me with things that I didn't even know nothing about. They rewarded me evil for good. David said, all I did was good, and they brought evil upon me. Reminds me of Jesus when they was trying to stone him one time. He looked at him and says, what good deed do you stone me for this time? They rewarded me evil for good to the spoiling of my soul, verse 13. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. Before, he says, when they were sick, I even prayed for them. I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned to my own bosom. I behaved myself as though he had been my friend or brother, because at that time David probably thought he was. I bowed down heavily as one that mourns for his mother. But in my adversity, when it's time that I'm standing in the need of prayer, instead of them praying for how they treat me, in mine adversity they rejoiced, and they gathered themselves together. Yea, the abjects gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They did tear me and ceased not. With hypocritical mockers in feast, they gnashed upon me with their teeth. They run their mouth against me. Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Or David's kind of saying, Lord, I'm letting you handle this, but I wish you'd hurry. Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destructions, my darling from the lions. And I'll give thee thanks in the great congregation. I'll tell people what you've done. I'll praise thee among much people. Let not them that are my enemies wrongfully rejoice over me, neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yea, they opened their mouth wide against me, and they said, our eye has seen it. David says, Lord, you have seen. You're the all-seeing one. You've seen everything. Lord, thou hast seen, O Lord. Keep not silence, O Lord. Be not far from me, Lord. Don't. I want to feel your presence. Don't be far from me. Stir up thyself and awake to my judgment, or to my justice, Lord. Even unto my cause, my God and my Lord. Judge me, O Lord, according to thy righteousness. Or see if what I'm telling you ain't true, Lord, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their hearts, so would we have it. Let them not say, we've swallowed him up now. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion. Together that rejoice at mine hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, let the Lord be magnified, which has pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. And my tongue will speak of thy righteousness and of thy praise all the day long. I'm turning it over to you, Lord. And I just want to show me more stuff that I can praise you about, Lord. I'm not going to handle this myself. I'm going to turn it over to you. And we've all been there. See you next time. Psalm 36 next week.